Can you predict a jury's final verdict? Imagine trying to guess the outcome of a game where the players are real people with their own thoughts and feelings. That's what predicting a jury's verdict is like. It's tempting to think we can tell which way a jury will lean, but the truth is, it's very complicated. The verdict is the collective decision made after the jury reviews all the evidence and legal arguments in a trial. Every juror brings their own attitudes, beliefs, and experiences into the room, which influences how they see the case. During the trial phase, jurors listen to witnesses, examine evidence, and hear the judge's instructions. Based on all that, they work together to decide if the defendant is guilty or not guilty, or in civil cases, liable or not liable. People who try to predict verdicts use different methods. One common way is through jury simulations or mock trials. These are like practice runs, where a group of people similar to the real jury listens to the case and gives their opinions. If the setup is done carefully, these mock trials can give a decent idea of how actual jurors might react. But they are not perfect because real juries are more unpredictable. Another tool is psychological and behavioral analysis. This involves studying how jurors behave during the trial, like facial expressions or body language, to see if they seem honest or confused. Lawyers might also analyze how jurors respond to certain arguments or evidence to guess their leanings. Data-driven approaches are also used. These methods look at past jury decisions in similar cases and use that information to predict how a new jury might decide. They consider factors like the venue, the type of case, and the makeup of the jury pool. Even with all these tools, predicting a jury's final verdict is not an exact science. Jurors can interpret the same evidence differently, and group dynamics during deliberation can change opinions. Personal experiences, emotions, and interactions among jurors all add layers of unpredictability. So, while attorneys can make educated guesses based on the evidence and the jury's makeup, they cannot be sure of the final decision. The verdict depends on how the jury as a whole weighs the evidence and reaches a consensus. The best they can do is use these prediction methods to prepare their case, understand potential risks, and shape their strategies. But expecting to know the exact verdict before the jury deliberates is simply not possible.